guy that looks like a Roman, that is Napoleon. So he set himself up as being like a Roman emperor in charge of this great new European empire. So very keen to emulate the Romans. If you look inside, you can see lots of different names written on there. They're the names of Napoleonic battles, and some of the generals and army officials that fought during those wars. So very much copying the Romans, but done. Reign of Terror, this square is actually the place where one of the guillotines stood. So you guys have probably all heard of the use of the guillotine during the French Revolution. It actually stood right there where that Egyptian obelisk is. So right in front of us, just out to the left, that obelisk, that Egyptian needle, that marks the place where the guillotine stood during the end of the French Revolution. Now I keep saying that this period of terror was really violent. He said, "This is not in dedication to Magdalene anymore, it is in dedication to my armies and me." So Napoleon took that one over, but originally in dedication to Mary Magdalene.
Grace, are you allowed to go into that building?
House, or the Opera Garnier. It is a really beautiful building. It's a mix of like Romanesque and Baroque architecture. So you can see those columns that we associate with ancient Rome. You can also see this really fancy golden, like gilded work on it. It's a little bit of Baroque peeking in. If you guys are coming on Paris Plus, again, you are going to get a better look at this tomorrow. We do actually stop here, so you can have a look around the opera and take some really nice photos of it tomorrow. But there we go, ta-da! The old Opera House, gorgeous building. There is actually a new Opera House in Paris now, so this one is not used as an Opera House anymore, but it is home to the Opera House National Ballet. So it's home to a Parisian ballet company now. So it's still used for performances, for dance rather than for music. Now driving along the banks of the River Seine. So like I said earlier, the Seine is really the heart of Paris. This is where Paris was born, has always been one of the most important features of the city. Paris actually was first... an island in the middle of the Seine. So this is the Ile de la Cité, and this is one of two islands in the middle of the Seine, and it is right here that Paris was first founded. So 3rd century BC, we're talking 2,300 years ago, the Celtic tribe, the Parisi tribe, settled just over there to your right, where all those gorgeous turreted buildings. Notre Dame Cathedral was built, are you ready? In the 12th, the 13th and the 14th century. It is a Gothic building, uses Gothic architecture. Gothic architecture, you see a lot of this stonework, these tall towering spires. It's all about playing with like light and dark, so you see a lot of clean space and then these big statues that cast shadow, that kind of thing. One of the most impressive see the National Assembly again. Now the National Assembly, that building even, was originally built as a palace, was built as a Bourbon palace. That's why it's so grand, so fancy. And during the revolution they overtook this palace. So they overtook the city. And so when he died, his son built this gorgeous bridge in honour of him in the middle of his favourite city in the world. Gorgeous buildings. And coming up just behind the trees, you guys all see. The Eiffel Tower was never supposed to be a permanent feature of Paris. The Eiffel Tower was actually built for another World Fair, a World Exposition that was held here in 1889. It was held in Paris to mark the 100 years since the French Revolution. Now the Eiffel Tower was built as a gateway into that World Fair. So you'd walk under the Eiffel Tower into the World Fair. It was only supposed to be up for 20 years. They built this just to stand for 20 years. You know. And when it went up, even though it was temporary, even though it wasn't going to be here forever, the Parisian people were furious because they hated it. The people of Paris hated the Eiffel Tower. They thought it was ugly, they thought it was an absolute monstrosity. They were
in Paris. Babe, video. Oh, ayan eh.
Everybody's running out.
This is the Eiffel Tower.
Oo.
Maganda sa tignan.
Oo.
People don't have insurance, maybe you need it. Can't get insurance.
Dami kang lighting niya sa ano. Napag-iikot na tapos.
Grabe yung traffic.
Oo. Ipakita pa lang mag-zigzag sila na ano.
Run about with no lanes.
Very fun.
I was really going to ask you what you were chewing on, but I couldn't work it out.
Ikot mo git po sa akin.
Oh, yeah.
I was just doing my hair.
You nice thing.
We're gonna
Oo,
send
ano po, traffic.
You know, when you realise you're like,
Oh, balik naman sa
what
ano.
am I doing when I'm not
Hello? Why tuka? Parang
Grabe. Flashlight. Signals. Ano nga bulong kaapian? Nandito kami sa skinita ng Paris with mga display ng art gallery. Mahilig sa